for a safe and secure society.
Still don't think the regs are programmed?
With the defeat of the Confederacy of Independent Systems and the Jedi now seemingly being exposed for treason, the newly formed Galactic Empire enacts massive systemic and infrastructural changes to ensure a continued peace that had been hard won. These changes lead the now Emperor Palpatine and Moff Tarkin to reevaluate the necessity of clone troops versus just general recruitment. While the Chancellor under the Galactic Empire had agreed to certain stipulations to the creation of these clones, the dissolution of the Republic meant that the Galactic Empire would not be bound by such agreements. This left the Kaminoans in a precarious dilemma. With the activation of Order 66 and the clones now following the directives of the Empire, the Kaminoans found themselves occupied by a seemingly hostile army that could easily turn on them. This does raise the question: do the Kaminoans have a contingency plan in case their own troopers were ever used against them, and did they plan to resist any attempts of a hostile takeover that may happen?
Camino, I'm not familiar with it. Is it in the Republic?
No, it's beyond the Outer Rim. These, Kaminoans keep to themselves. They're cloners. Damn good ones, too.
Cloners? Are they friendly?
Oh, it depends.
Depends on what, Dex?
On how good your manners are. How big your pocketbook is.
First, let's consider who the Kaminoans are for a moment. While the beginnings of the Star Wars series Bad Batch makes it seem like they are now victims of circumstance and at the tender mercies of an evil they didn't intend, these cloners aren't exactly that pure. And I'm not even talking about the fact that they bred an entire slave race to die. When we look at the Clone Wars series, the good one, it's shown that at least some of the Kaminoans were aware of the intentions to slaughter all of the Jedi. We need look no further than Nala Se, the chief medical officer of Kamino, who was well aware of the inhibitor chips that would force the clones to kill their generals and commanders, and did everything she could to prevent the Jedi Council from discovering this.
Lord Tyrannus, have you received the inhibitor chip that you requested?
I have indeed. You have done well, Doctor.
She was even working with Lord Tyrannus to ensure the outcome of Order 66. After the discovery of the Jedi's quote-unquote deceit was uncovered and all of them named traitors, neither Nala Se nor the Prime Minister of Kamino appeared all that surprised, nor did they seem to care. This was all just business for them. The lives of the Jedi were just marking off a possible client. I suppose when you create living beings to literally be killed, it's just something you become numb to. And just to push that, again, they created people as objects to be used for whatever you wanted to use them for. So, with Order 66 accomplished and the clones now solidly on the side of the Empire and following their rules, what are the Kaminoans to do? Well, right now, we know they're going to play it by ear. The Empire is giving some troubling signs, that's true, but Imperial forces haven't moved against Kamino yet, nor has the Imperial administration even outright stated they will stop production. Right now, everything is just in flux and very, very dangerous. In Star Wars Legends, the Kaminoans realize the Empire doesn't intend to utilize their facilities solely, that the Empire is hiring other cloners and intends to cut their profits and even freedoms. They raise an army to fight the Imperial troops and are ultimately put down by their original creations. While this is definitely an option that the Kaminoans might take advantage of, it's ultimately a foolhardy one. At the moment, the Galactic Empire controls the whole board. The only way to fight them is to spread out and do hit-and-run attacks. Even then, you're taking a heavy price. If you concentrate in one area, you only make it easier for the Empire to destroy you. So, again, this isn't the best idea, and hopefully they're smarter than that. However, what if there is more to it than meets the eye in all of this? What if the cloners set up a contingency that protects them against their own creations? This could be somewhat bad for business, to be fair. If you have a failsafe in the product you are creating, then people will be less likely to buy that product from you. Then again, if you're dead, you can't really spend the credits at all, so give and take. Is it possible that there is another directive or order within the chips that the cloners have set up to prevent them from being destroyed, or at least allows them to manipulate the troops? Could they, in fact, lead a sort of semi-intentional rebellion that would buy time for the actual rebellion that we know wins? Right now, we don't have a lot of information, nor can we really predict what the future will hold. As the Bad Batch continues and other canon sources come out, we'll definitely know more, but for now, these are the theories that I have. What do you guys think? What do you think the Kaminoans will do? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next Lore Reloaded.